Hello, wonderful people, and welcome to another episode of the Kasa podcast. Today, we're about to travel. All of us are about to get on a journey to Qatar. Um, it's been a lot of conversation around the World Cup. There was qualifiers. There were a lot of rivalries reignited, and finally, the stage is set for the biggest soccer showpiece in the world. And today, we're going to talk about how we can get you, the listener of the show, to Qatar. Like, we've done the research, we've done the math, we've put everything together, and today we're coming to unfold all the ways to get you to Qatar. And I know everybody on here is super excited because their countries qualified. Yes, I know. Even all my Ugandan and Nigerian friends, they're qualified, right? I mean, I'm going to talk about Nigeria's draw and I'm going to talk about Nigeria's group because I'm super excited about it. But Ghana made it to the World Cup, and I know my Ghanaian friends are super excited. My family and everyone has been on tenterhooks trying to get to the World Cup, and finally we made it. And I have the tribe in the house today. Everybody is super excited. We're going to celebrate our qualification to the World Cup draw, and then how we are going to make plans. I know if Yayabo has already started booking tickets, Echo has started purchasing tickets to the game, and the tribe is we're going to probably record an episode in Qatar, right? With all our listeners. I know Prime is going to be there, Kwame is going to be there, and so we're making plans. We're making plans for this winter. And so welcome to the show, guys. How are you guys doing?
Oh, good. I'm tired, but I'm doing very well.
We know you've been traveling the world. I know you went for the Afro Nation
I
in
beg
Puerto
you.
Rico, and
I didn't go for Afro Nation.
so what
I
did
went
you?
to Puerto Rico, but I didn't go for the Afro Nation.
So you mean to tell us you want us to believe that you went all the way to Puerto Rico and there was Afro Nation, and Efia says, "Hey, who wants to go to Afro Nation? I'm not
No,
going to."
no, Kujo. That's the truth. I
Efia,
didn't.
don't lie like that.
I'm not lying. I'm
Don't be
serious.
lying like that. Last week you are not in the studio. I know you were on the show because I saw you chime in from time to time, and everybody was asking where Efia Yeboah was. I didn't want to tell them you had left us to go to Puerto Rico and enjoy and wind your waist.
Oh
And
my
guys, let me let you
god.
in on a little secret. I know in season one, Efia was the one doing all the snitching, but today I am going to do the snitching.
Mm,
Efia Yeboah went to Puerto Rico, went to Afro Nation, and found herself a nice.
Kujo, please.
I would end here. I would end here.
Kujo, please.
But,
Kujo, please.
but guys, it was World Cup qualifying season last weekend. I know we didn't talk about it on the show because we were busily talking about award shows, and we did talk about the three music awards. We talked about the Ghana Music Awards, and we talked about the Oscars. But I think the least said about the Oscars, the better. Let's just
Yep.
swoop right past it, if you will. If you will. Let's just swoop right past it. We don't want to hit any rocks. And so all these puns are intended. All these puns are intended. But guys, earlier in the earlier part of the week, there were the World Cup qualifiers. I know Ghana played Nigeria, which every one of you was interested in. Did any of you get to watch the game? Did any of you catch the game?
Yeah, I think I was able to get the highlight. I watched a bit, but it was too much for me to like take the pressure. So like when we consider the goal, I'm like, I'm not watching this again. I'm just waiting for the scores.
I watched from live score. I watched from live
Okay,
score.
but I mean, when we conceded, that was like they equalized, right? We scored first, which
Mhm.
was, yeah, I was excited. I watched the game and I did a watch along on PY radio with Prime and everyone else, and it was massive. People,
Oh,
especially
really?
the first leg, Angel was on there just screaming and yelling on the top of her voice because it was scary, right? The
Yeah, it
game
was
in
scary.
Kumasi was kind of scary, but I think people really the second leg was really calm, and I know Wendy didn't catch it, but we had a party after party, party after party,
Hey,
party after party. Hey. And so Ghana made it past Nigeria, right? We made it at the expense of Nigeria. Senegal made it at the expense of Egypt. Again, on penalty shootout. And I don't know how frustrated Mohamed Salah was, but his penalty was, I think it's still flying somewhere in space. Like, I'm sure it's orbiting the
You
sun at
guys,
this point.
please. Allow the
he
young man
was
to
super. He
flourish.
was super mad.
Mm.
But after all the qualifiers, right, the fun part began. And I'm going to share something up, and then we're going to have a real conversation. The draw, right? And so all the
Yeah.
teams that qualified based on their FIFA rankings were put into pots, right? And so the
Yeah.
top teams were put in the first pot, pot one. The second ranked ones were in pot two. And even though Ghana made it, we barely made it. So we're put in pot three. And then our dear neighbors, Nigeria, were put in Port Harcourt, right?
Could do.
So
They'll
just
come
to
for
They'll,
you.
stay.
they'll
They
come for
will
you.
definitely come for you.
So yeah,
They
Ghana
will
was in
come
Port
for
four,
you.
Nigeria was in Port Harcourt, and the draw began. And I'm going to share the draw and what transpired, and at least where Ghana is going to stand in terms of, you know, I'm not so sure if it was a good draw necessarily, but yeah, there we go. This is the World Cup draw.
Yes.
Ghana find ourselves in Group D with
No,
Portugal.
Group
No, Group
Hey,
H.
Group
H.
H. My
Yeah.
bad. My bad. Group
Please
H.
don't put us in a group.
Group H. Now, guys, we're going to dive into some of the groups and see what's happening. I see Black Arabia just joined in and he's waving his Ghana flag. Yes, for all those who are joining, let us know where your which team you're supporting, where you're joining us from, and just put the flags in there. Today we just need to see the flags. And if your flag is represented on the screen right now, please let me know. I know my Canadian friends got in. People in the US also qualified. So hey, if you're watching, just let us know where you're watching from. Dachin is here. Dachin, wave your flag. We want to see all the flags. So if you're watching, just wave your flag in the comment section. But we're going to talk about the groups for a fair bit, and then we're going to get into the conversation, right? And
Yep.
so Ghana find ourselves in Group H. We're playing Portugal, Uruguay, and South Korea. What is the expectation? Dachin is waving his Canadian flag. But guys, let's get into this, right? What is your expectation if you're what do you think is going to happen? Do you think Ghana makes it out of the group? And which
Oh,
game are
yeah.
you super excited to see?
I want to see Ghana Uruguay.
Yeah.
You know, that has been something I've tried my whole life to avoid because of what happened. I think
Yeah.
12 years ago, I have tried not to think about it, not to even talk about it. But I think this is payback time. I can't wait.
Oh,
And
boy.
I know Portugal will not make it out of the group for some funny reason. I think it's going to be Ghana and South Korea.
Ghana and South Korea make it out of this group?
Yep.
Hey,
If yeah, that's bold.
That's
Mhm.
bold. Yes, I
That
know.
is the boldest of okay.
if
Okay.
I leave your
Bold.
mouth,
Ghana, South Korea make it out of this group. Let me
Yeah.
hear Wendy, what do you think?
Now, just hearing Uruguay, yeah, and this group gives me chills, because looking at looking at what happened, as if you said like 12 years ago, we're still not over it. Are
No.
you sure like these
No.
players and I mean this
Hmm.
team we have now can
Mhm.
literally play against Uruguay? For South Korea, I don't even want to mention it because
Mhm.
we're not close to that.
Okay.
Portugal, I believe we can,
Mhm.
but the two down there, Uruguay and South Korea, I don't think so.
That's a rather interesting take. So you think we have Portugal on lock?
Yeah.
We can
Yeah.
match up with the Jotas and the John Mutinos and the Cristiano Ronaldos and the
Ronaldo and
Bruno
the
Fernandes.
Please leave Ronaldo out.
Ronaldo.
If
boy.
yeah, but it would be preposterous to talk about the Portuguese national team and not talk about the world's legend, the man who does it for his country time after time after time.
No,
And
he
so
should do it this time around. Let's see.
you don't think he does it against Ghana, which I'm hoping for the sake of
Maybe,
my
I'm
my
thinking it's gonna be a draw between Portugal and Ghana. That's what I think. It's Uruguay. I have Uruguay and South Korea. I don't have it like that much faith, but and I think we're gonna
Okay.
make it out of this group. I'm sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Echo, what do you think?
Okay, let me just break it down. The last
Mhm.
time we met
Let me
South
break
Korea
it down.
was 2014. It was 4-0 against South Korea. The Portugal, the last time we met them was the Brazil incident. That was 2-1. Even with that one, Ghana was going through emotional damages and stuff.
Mhm.
The last time we met Uruguay, That was World Cup.
Please,
We almost had them. We almost had them. Like if everything was okay, like Ghana versus Portugal, if everything at that time you know that we were going down because there was this
Okay.
Brazil brouhaha and stuff. So we managed to come with 2-1. That one we like, oh, our minds were not clear. But we all know that Suarez that like damaged us. So you were like, South Korea, the last time we met them was 4-0. So I think if everything was okay, Ghana would have had a chance. But like right now, wait. Portugal, serious. I think I start to be corrected, but like I think this tournament will be serious last tournament. And we're just going to try to prove a point. Uruguay, I think we have our demon Suarez. He's coming up. We have the
Cavani would
Cavani
also
is
be
in.
there.
So it's going to be cracker. And Song is on fire right now. He's back to South Korea. And South Korea are having some players which are like are doing massive. I think most their top 4 players are in their league and they are doing good. So for us to come from this team from this group, unless we do our calculation, because Ghana there every
We are
time
not
we
going to
do our
start
calculation.
calculating.
Unless
No,
No,
no calculating this time
no.
around.
Okay,
Echo.
guys.
I believe
Let-
in Ghana.
Have faith in your own
Guys,
country.
listen.
Why?
Listen, I
Guy-
believe in
guy-
Ghana. I still believe in Ghana, but please, if you are being realistic and we remove our
We
football
don't
god
want
out
to
from
be
it.
realistic.
Okay.
Anything can happen in
No,
football.
Echo. Before
That's what I'm
I
saying.
let you continue, right? Before I let you continue, when the African playoff draw came out,
Mhm.
and Ghana, at the time, we were struggling in the African Cup group. We were being defeated by Comoros. Nigeria had won all its 3 group games. When Ghana was drawn against Nigeria, everybody wrote Ghana off. Everybody's like, there's no way Ghana is making it to the World Cup because Nigeria is this, they have that, they have Nacho, they have Igalo, they have, and look at us now.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Kojo.
why we are
That's what I'm
here.
saying. I say like Ghana. It's like me. I'll not like. I believe in Ghana. That
You're not
one
going to
I
write
believe in
Ghana
Ghana
off.
because they'll surprise us. That's one there. They'll surprise us because right now with our team, I don't want to say anything about it. But if Ghana wins, hooray! If Ghana doesn't win, I know I've already prepared my heart.
And your mind for
I
it.
am a
I'll
little
sign myself.
surprised. I'm a little surprised. Let's go into the comment section. Let's see what people are saying in the comments. Ghana will definitely qualify from the group, is what Eric is saying.
Eric
Wait there, I don't trust your prediction. That's what Dachehine is saying. Van Dyke Duku rooting for Ghana and Canada as well. Kwame is here and he's laughing. He's laughing his head off. Dachehine said, Wendy, please, I do really like you, but Portugal, dear, Ghana can't match them. Black Arabian is rolling on the floor and laughing. And Van Dijk came back and it's like the same way Nigeria couldn't battle Ghana with their stars, same way Portugal will be trashed by Ghana. Why could you see my comment? No, instead of Echo, he nearly said Kwame. Yeah, Kwame. Yeah, I saw your comment, and yes, it's definitely So Kwame is telling us about the Uruguay team. They have Suarez, they have Cavani. Apparently, they have Palestri. They have quite a squad coming against us, right? Enoch is saying everything be calculation, and it's always been the case, right? We go to tournaments, and I mean, even the people who get 9 points make their calculations, right? So it's not so unusual. Nigeria didn't win all its group games. It only beat Egypt. No, Kwame. Nigeria won 3 out of the 3 games they played. They got 9 points in the group stages. Kwame, check your facts again. Duku is saying in 2006 World Cup, we're underdogs, but we qualified from the group with Italy and Czech Republic. Which is something I don't want us to overlook, right? I don't think Ghana has ever gone to any World Cup tournament as favorites to win the group or to qualify or to make it out of the group. But we've made it out of the group more times than we've not, right? And at the time, we had Italy. That was like one of the top teams. In 2006, I think they won, right? Italy ended up winning the tournament. And we had Czech Republic. That was like the number 2 or number 3 best team in the world at the time. Nobody gave us a chance to make it out of the group. We had the US too. And Ghana did make it out of the group. In my assessment, right, I think when it comes to stars, when it comes to teams matching each other, I do not think the Black Stars now would qualify ahead of Portugal or Uruguay or South Korea. But if Nigeria's story, if the game against Nigeria told me anything, it told me football is not played on paper.
Mhm.
At this point, we're all playing the game on paper, and football is not played on paper, like we all realize, right? People brought a squad that had Lukman and all these EPL stars, and they had Igalo and all these former Manchester United, Man City players on the bench. And we came with Joku and Amate and Daniel Tre and Afina Jans, and we made it. The same way we could go to the World Cup, Portugal would have all the stars. They would have the SARS and everybody they need. Even Ronaldo and Bruno and Jota and Bernardo Silvas. But at the end of the day, the best team is going to make it. And like Echo, you rightly pointed out, the last time we met Portugal, there was so much going on around the team, but we still managed to lose respectfully. Like it was a
2-1.
respectful
It was
scoreline.
fair.
It was
It
a
was-
2-1 scoreline, right?
Yeah.
And so I have a feeling I am not going to ride the Stars out. I'm not going to ride the Black Stars off yet. It's going to be a tough group, no doubt about it. But I think we have what it takes to shock the world. I see us because our first game is against Portugal, which is great. We get that out of the way. Whatever happens in the Portugal game, we still have 2 games to go. I don't see us losing to Portugal, right? If we can hold and get a draw, or even sneak one past them, like South Africa, what Senegal did to France in the 2002 World Cup. You hold them, everybody thinks you're going to lose, and then you sneak a 1-0 past them. Uruguay, it's time for payback. Luis Suarez must be on the losing side for once. He must cry. He must pay for what he did to us in South Africa.
For sure.
And I think the most difficult game in the group for us is going to be South Korea.
Yeah.
They're not going to come here with the stars. I mean, they're going to come with the Son Heung-mins and the Kims of the world, right? But the thing is, they would be as underdogs as we would be, right? Nobody is stepping South Korea to top this group, and by that time, they would have played Uruguay. They would have played Portugal. They would think if they have any chance to get out of the group, they need to beat Ghana. And so I feel that is going to be the toughest assignment. But if we can manage to get 6 points before that game, we make it. We make it through, right? And so I think the Stars are going to be okay.
Yeah. For me, I think our first
Joe.
game, everything is on our first game.
Yes.
If our
Our
first
first
goes
game.
like,
Yeah.
You know
about it.
this. Let's just pray that we don't come out as the top of this group. I don't.
You don't want us to be on top of the
Why?
group?
No, second, please. We can't go and face Brazil.
No, but Brazil is okay. We're going to talk about the other groups, but if we're second, the second meets the first.
The first. I think
Yes.
Brazil is going to be the first from Group G.
So
That is what
you're
I'm
praying
thinking.
that we be second, right? If we,
So
we
that-
want to avoid, oh, you want us to be first, right? So we avoid Brazil. If Brazil is first place second. So if we're first,
If
we
the
avoid
first place
Brazil.
is second, oh,
Yeah.
then we have to be first. We don't have to meet Brazil then.
But we
Okay, if we can be 1st, that would be hard. Okay, if we can be first, we should be first. That means
Oh
Brazil
my
should
God.
be second.
If you're,
people
Yeah.
are cracking up
Yeah.
already.
I think if we survive from our group, we can score Brazil.
Eh?
If we survive from our group, we can score Brazil.
Let's not get
Oh my
get
God.
ahead of ourselves.
I think
Yeah,
Echo,
yeah.
Echo made the best
Echo.
joke of the night.
We are
Echo
getting
made
ahead
the
of
best joke
ourselves.
of the night. Exactly.
After
It's not
everything you just said, you still say we can score Brazil.
No,
I
I
think
beg
Let's
you.
let's
I
not
beg
get ahead of ourselves.
No,
Van
we're
Dijk
not going to
is
get ahead of ourselves. I beg you. No.
Van Dijk says, in my opinion, the teams that qualify from Group H have already been arranged. Portugal and Ghana. So he thinks we're going to finish in the same order. Portugal is first and Ghana is second. Michael is saying Ghana will beat Uruguay and Portugal and draw South Korea. I think he is just messing with us, but I would love for that to be true. Eric Frimpong says, let the calculators work. Enoch Boache says, Efia Yeboah is confused. I think Efia is confused about what happens after people progress, teams progress from the group
You
stages.
know,
But
as we are praying to get out of the group stages, we shouldn't go and disgrace ourselves to when we meet Brazil.
Mhm.
I don't want us to meet. That's my only prayer. Even
If
though I
yeah,
want them to
let's
go back.
let's get to Doha first. Let's play the first game, the games that have been arranged before we play the ones that haven't been arranged. But guys, let's quickly run through the groups. Then we get to the travel and tour part of the conversation because I think a lot of us are excited to travel to Doha. I have been looking at tickets. I've been talking to you guys about tickets. I know if you're a started looking into hotels and is trying to put us at in a hotel in Doha, and we're working on it. But let's quickly run through the groups, right? So Group A, and we're going to just talk about who we think comes out of the group and why we think they come out of the group, right? And so Group A has Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal, and the Netherlands. I'll discuss Group A with Wendy, and then I'll take every group with one person, right? Wendy, who do you think makes it out of this group?
I would say the Netherlands, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they've competed like I would say like they've appeared in the finals like 3 times. And they look promising. Like, I mean, when you look at Senegal, not to say Senegal they're good, but I feel like Netherlands is coming out first in this group.
Okay. So Netherlands comes out first, and so you think the Memphis Depays and the Virgil van Dijks and the Nigel de Jongs make it out of the group on top. I don't think a lot of people. Frankie de Jong, Frankie de Jong, and the Dutch squad makes it out on top. I don't think there's a lot of arguments there. But do you think the African champions, the Lions of Taranga, the Sadio Mane inspired, led, and carried team of South Africa, of Senegal, with Mendy and with the Cisses and Papa Buba? Hey, I'm now going ahead and mentioning all the players who have retired, and the Henri Camaras and the Haji Dioufs. You don't think South Africa, Senegal manages to sneak second place? You don't agree?
I mean, they could take second, thinking about the fact that like they've been to the finals 2 occasions, and but they've also reached quarterfinals too. But the reason why I'm looking at Netherlands first is because like if you look at Qatar, like I don't know, I don't know.
So yesterday I took a look at Qatar, right? I looked at the last like 20 games they've played, and I don't think they've lost more than 2 games.
No.
Granted, they're playing a lot of very weak sides, right? But they're playing a lot of decent teams too. They drew against Belgium. You know, it's not like
they drew against
Belgium. Yeah. They beat the US. They've been beating so many average teams, right? And listen, and it's not like they're winning by 1-0 or 2. They're whooping people like 5-0, 6-0, and I'm like, they've been preparing for this tournament, and I think ever since they won the bid to host, they've been putting together a team just to play this tournament. And so I don't think they make it, but I think they surprise people. I think they win a game or 2, or beating them becomes that difficult, especially with the home support, where they're going to be playing in Doha and the fans are behind them. And this is the first time something like this has come close to their shores. I see them trying to surprise everyone.
But you know, like sometimes when you try to do too much, you flop. The only team I actually see them being over here is Ecuador. Aside them, I don't see Qatar being Senegal, Netherlands. Like, it's not possible.
Okay. I agree with you. I'd go to Efia. Let's talk about the peace table. This is the peace talk table, right? We have England, we have Iran, the United States. We have the United States, and if all goes well, right? One of either Ukraine, Scotland, or Wales. But I know we're all rooting that Ukraine comes out of this. So we're going to have England, Iran, the United States of America, and Ukraine in a group. And at that point, we'll tell them, bring your captains and your prime ministers and your foreign ministers. Let's not play a game. Let's just discuss peace, like world peace right there. Let's just sort ourselves out right there.
But someone said, I thought Ukraine was busy with some war going on. How did they make it to the World Cup?
They've not made it to the World Cup yet. They've not made it, but they're in the playoffs, right? They made it far enough. And then We're going to see if they finally push through and
But
come
what if
to
I
the.
said is actually true? I'm really proud of them, despite everything going on back at
That's
home.
true.
Yeah,
That's
Putting
true.
Yeah.
that
yeah.
I
behind
think
I
this was
mean,
Yeah.
what
before
can
the
you
war
do? You have
started.
to be here.
This was before the war started. Let me read a few comments if yeah, and do your research, and I'm coming to you, and I'll see who you
Okay.
think comes out of this group. But Michael says, "How are you sure that Brazil will top the group? Football has changed, though. Brazil's
Hey.
group is dicey. Yeah, we'll get to Brazil's group and we'll see if they can make it. Senegal and Netherlands, but South American teams are always difficult opponents for African teams. That's so true. Whenever African teams beat South American teams at the World Cup, it gets a bit dicey and tricky, right? It gets very difficult. Eric Frimpong, Ghana's point will be from Portugal and Uruguay, probably 4 points, because Korea's game has been being the last game will be a decider for both Ghana and Korea.
Yeah.
So probably 5 points for Ghana. Then Ghana qualifies. Michael is telling us more about the Senegalese team. Koulibaly, Mendy, Sa, Mane. Yes, I think they have a lot of stars. Their team is stacked, and that's why they're African champions. Enoch Boachi says the Netherlands and Senegal. I am tempted to choose Qatar ahead of Senegal, but I think Senegal would definitely make it out. They have a good team. I couldn't agree more. Michaels is saying England and Wales or the US. Okay, he already sees Wales making it. I think Gareth Bale is waiting for whoever comes out of this knockout and then just knock them out. Mr. Bills, big shout out to you. How you doing? Shout outs to Wendy. Her predictions are always right on point. Yes, Wendy's predictions apparently is what Mr. Bills comes on here for. He's saying Wendy's always on point. Black Arabian is saying this trophy is for Ghana. Ethel Dakwa is saying Ghana and Uruguay again. Yes, Ethel, that's what we've been discussing for some time now. Ghana draws Uruguay again, and hopefully it's payback time. If you're group of peace, who do you think makes it out of this group of peace?
This is very tough. This is very tough. I looked at their first match and it's between Iran and England. And I checked their stats. England has not lost any game through
In the
their
qualifiers?
qualifications. Yes,
I
it was
think
draw,
it
draw,
was
and they won all
almost
their
perfect.
matches.
Yes.
And then Iran lost just one game, and they won
Okay.
all their games.
Okay.
This is tough.
That's something I didn't know.
This is tough. Trust me. And if you're looking
Okay.
at their lineup,
Mhm.
you know all the top players in the Premier League, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the Iran, we don't really
Know
really
much
watch,
about
yeah,
them.
we don't know much
Mhm.
about them. So
Mhm.
it's going to be very difficult.
I
But I'm
bet.
tipping from the group. I'm
Mhm.
tipping England
Mhm.
and I don't think the US will go past this.
If you're with this prediction, I'm going to call some people I know to make sure you never come back. Like whenever you go to Puerto Rico, you're not coming back in.
Yeah, US. They're saying US.
If the US does not qualify, if you're going back to
Oh,
Ghana,
please, let's be
or
realistic.
we'll take you to
Let's be realistic here.
Iran. Since you think Iran is going to qualify, we'll take you to Iran and we'll see how you like it.
US has not been that strong if you are looking at their previous matches and their
And
stats.
we actually
They've not
lost
been
our
that-
last. The
Yeah,
US lost
they're
the
not
last
so
qualifying
strong. So
game.
if you are being realistic here, they can't beat Iran. They can't beat England.
Okay.
I don't know who is going to qualify for the playoffs between Ukraine and
Scotland and Wales.
Yeah, I don't know who is going to qualify. But then, assuming let's just talk with just the three teams, right? I'm looking at Iran and England.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That's interesting. And so we've had two groups where people think the order in which the teams were drawn is going to be the order in which they finished.
Oh, not that order, but then the two teams will make it out.
Would
I don't
make
know
it
who
out.
will be first
Okay, and who will be second.
but I think the two teams will make it out.
But if I can almost guarantee, and I'm going to bet you on here, the way where I can guarantee Iran doesn't top this group, and if they do, that weekend after the first round, we give the first two listeners who come in $100 each. If I lose, I give $200 to our viewers. And
Wait.
If you lose, you give $200 because I don't think Iran tops this group. I think England tops this group. I think England comes on top.
I'm saying that Iran and England are going to make it out of this group, regardless of
Let's
who
make it
joins.
exciting. If yeah, let's make it exciting. Take the
Alright.
other side. I take England. England comes on top, and if they win the group, you give $200 out.
That is easy, right? That is very easy.
This one,
Considering
Hey
the
guys,
players
guys,
England have.
this
if
one,
if you're watching this on the
I know,
playback,
right? By
if you're
fault.
watching this on the playback, just type a comment if Fia loses in the comment section. And if you're live, just in the comment section, just type if Fia loses. So we know you were here. And if it comes down to dishing out the money, when if Fia comes to paying out the cash, we know who was here. So just in the comment section, just go in there and say if Fia
my
loses.
God.
And let's go. And Echo, I'm coming to you. This is a group that's exciting.
Oh my God.
Group C.
The
Argentina,
team on my
Saudi
heart.
Arabia, Mexico, and that's why I didn't talk to you about it. And Poland. I know if your boy is excited about Lionel Messi's World Cup run, which is going to be mediocre at best, but she's super excited, and we wouldn't take that excitement away. And so, Echo, talk to me. What do you think? Who
Very
makes it out
obvious.
of this group?
Very obvious.
Mhm.
When the Oracle football
Mhm.
team is in Group C,
Mhm.
it's obvious. Argentina is gonna win.
Okay.
Thank you.
No
Thank
matter
Okay.
what, Argentina is coming out.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Because like with the last 10 matches they played, I
Mhm.
think is it 7 or 10? Because they had like almost all wins and 2 draws. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a running streak.
Okay.
They've not lost.
Yeah, and I
Okay.
think Messi's gonna make this count because he has made the World Cup, so he's gonna make this count.
Mhm.
And so with the Saudi and Mexico and Poland, I think
Mhm.
Poland, right now Poland is the underdog there with Mexico because Saudi,
Really?
yeah.
Mexico as the underdog.
Echo says some of the most preposterous things on the show. You see a
Trust
group
me.
with Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and Poland and Argentina, and you're like, yeah, Poland is the Poland with the Lewandowskis
Oh.
and all those Blazikowskis and all those.
Oh.
Are they definite underdogs? Name one Saudi player.
I don't know that Hassan. We have one Hassan. I
Okay.
think that like one of their strikers. He's good.
So you think
Hassan?
you
I said
think
Hassan?
oh my god.
You know why
I'm
I
just
said Hassan?
no, I'm not
Because-
even going to let you continue this. Let's end this here before you say something that will get us in trouble. But you think okay, so you are tipping Argentina and Saudi Arabia to make it out of this group?
Oh no. I think Mexico is gonna surprise us. Argentina,
Okay.
Mexico. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I have a few
You
Mexican
keep
friends
throwing
who would
that left and right. He says just like he says.
I mean, whatever he said, the most important thing is Argentina will make it out of
Thank
this
you.
group.
Yeah.
That is the
Okay.
most important thing.
That's
Okay.
the most important.
The rest of the
them-
team,
I have a
they can
few
figure
Mexican friends
themselves
who are
out.
watching, and we're going to be catching the games together. And we're going to the London to watch this game, and we're going to see if you would be this loud when Mexico is trouncing Saudi Arabia by like 15 goals to 0.
Oh, sorry.
I think Chicharito rings around your.
I said Mexico is gonna win. Like Mexico,
Okay.
like Argentina and Mexico,
Okay.
they're gonna come out. Trust me.
Okay,
Just trust the process.
Wendy, I'm coming to you with an even juicier group. Group D.
Group
We have
D?
France.
Oh,
We have listen.
the
We have
group, the group with my crush. You guys, you know,
Yeah.
Kante is my crush, right?
Yeah, but stop stealing people's crashes. We all know who's. Listen, we all know that Efia Befi's crash is Kante.
It's Kante.
Efia
I love
Kante
Kante.
owns
Okay,
Kante.
okay, let's
No.
say-
You
let's say
cannot
Kante
crash
is
by
you.
association.
Kante is
Efia is trying to crash by association. We all
Okay,
know you
fine.
love Efia Befi, but you cannot steal her crash. And if Efia is watching this, she's not going
Ifya,
to.
would you make like I mean we are both Ifya. Let's
No,
share Kante.
no,
I
no.
mean Kante will not mind.
You are not doing this on my show, are you? At this point, I'll just leave. I would organize this in one of the future episodes. I'll bring Efia, Yeboah, and Efia Kante, and you're going to talk about Kante and who has a bigger crush on Kante. And whoever wins gets a signed shirt of Kante. I've been working on getting, and guys, if you're in the comment section and you know how you can get me in touch with N'Golo Kante, please get me in touch with N'Golo Kante because I need a signed Kante shirt. It's going to save so many things for me. So, guys, help me out. Help me out. I need a signed Kante shirt. But Wendy, France and the winner that comes out of the Oceania qualifiers, right? It could be Australia. It could be I don't know what the
EAU.
and
Let me
I think
check
the
for
PE
you.
is Philippines, but whoever knows, whoever is in the draw in France's group, please let me know, right? And then we have, I can even look at it on the ticket site.
Yeah.
And then we have Denmark and we have Tunisia, right? And so, Wendy, before we get in, let me just go through a few of the comments, right? After Echo started speaking, people started. So England and the US would make it out. Okay, that's Enoch's comment. Argentina and Poland are making it out of Group C. That's what Kwame thinks. My Kwame thinks Echo doesn't watch soccer. It's true. From how he speaks, I don't think he watches
my
any
God.
soccer.
Oh
But
my God.
The Poland
Van
doesn't.
Dijk says Poland actually don't have a strong
Isn't
team.
Lewandowski in Poland?
Come on, they don't
Yeah,
have a
he
team.
is.
Oh, I'm confused here.
He is, but apparently
He
they don't
is.
have a strong team. They managed to
That's something.
qualify. They
Mhm.
managed to
Oh,
beat
okay.
Sweden and qualify, but for some reason they don't. So we would see. Enoch says Ifia loses. So yeah, Enoch is put himself in pole position for the $200 bet Ifia is going to lose. Argentina and Mexico make it out. That's what Enoch thinks. And Michael says, hey, Kante pa, where Ifia they crash on. Humility is everything. And I'm not gonna lie. That's one of the things I love and admire so much about Kante. He's just an all-round wonderful person. Wonderful person.
He's cute. That's what you're supposed to say. He's very, very cute.
I would leave that for you to say. I would just Christine is in Australia and says Australia is oh my. I don't know if I'd repeat this on the show, but yeah, Christine is not so fond of the Australian squad, but she's going to be waving her Australian flag. I do have an Australian flag courtesy Christine. So on the day, I'm going to be waving my Australian flag and I'm going to be hanging some of them behind me here. So if what's his name? Prime, if you're watching and you want me to hang the Canadian flag, please let me know. Set me up with one, hook me up with a Canadian flag, and it's going to go up. I'm probably going to get a US flag. I'm going to get a Brazil flag. The Australian flag is going to go up, even though it's a towel, but hey, it's gonna do the trick. I'm gonna start putting the flags up for the teams I'm supporting. Yes. Michael says France and Denmark. Ericsson is scoring the qualifying goal. Okay. If yeah, wait, dear boy, that's what Enoch is saying.
Isn't my
Joe
goddamn
is not nice,
boyfriend?
cry. You leave that saying. I just didn't want to say that about a whole national team because the Australian national team, I still don't know who their players are. Again, it comes to the World Cup and I realize I don't know so much about some countries who even make it to the games, right? If you tell me to name the Brazilian 23 that's going to come to the World Cup, I can, off the top of my head, name them. I can name a possible England 50-man squad, but I can't name 10 players in Iran, can't name 10 players in Ecuador, Qatar. You're going to have to kill me to get something out of me. And so, Wendy, France, Denmark, Tunisia, Australia, I'm tipping comes out of that qualifying round. Who do you think makes it out of this group, Group D? You think the world champions make it out?
You see the way my hand is like this?
Okay.
Because whatever group, I mean, the second one, the AUS, I don't know for them.
That's Australia, I think. I think it's the Oceania groups, Australia.
EAU, I don't know that one.
Let me find out what team that is. I know. Okay, so that the other one, UAE. I think that was a mistake. Okay, I think probably it's the UAE and Peru. So Australia, UAE, and Peru. One of them is going to come through. And so yes,
Peru is going to come through.
I didn't know. Black Arabian, you're in the show, and he is in the UAE now, and I don't know why he's not showing any love and support for his team. Black Arabian, come and let us know if you think the UAE is making it out of that qualifying round. So Australia plays the UAE and the winner plays Peru, and whoever wins joins France, Denmark, and Tunisia in this group. And Wendy, why is this so difficult? We have some African brothers in there. Are you going to look at overlook Tunisia?
I'm not overlooking Tunisia, but I'm looking at France.
Okay.
France will make
But
it out.
So
but wait,
France, Echo,
I have
let me.
something to say.
Mhm, mhm.
France won the World Cup last year,
Yes,
right?
they're the
Yeah.
world champions now.
There's this thing going on that like
Mhm.
whenever defending champions come into the next tournament, they flop.
Okay.
Not
I
Okay.
don't
France.
know.
Not
No,
I
not
don't know.
especially
France.
France. If yeah,
Listen,
especially France,
listen,
because France
listen.
came from '98 as winners, and they came in 2002, and they exited in the group stage with 1 point.
It
Well,
happens with
one.
Italy. It happened with Italy.
It
It
happened
happened
with
with Germany.
Italy.
It happened with Spain. So I won't be
Okay.
But you
surprised if
guys
France doesn't make it.
consider the team now.
Mbappe is
Consider
not
the
even playing.
players, not Mbappe, but you
Okay.
consider the players in there
Mhm.
now.
Okay.
Benzema,
Mhm.
Pogba.
If he stays
Let's
fit, if Benzema stays fit,
look, they are not going to leave the group stages. At least they'll make it out of the group stages. At
okay.
least.
So
Look
you
at
think the
them.
curse gets broken this round?
I think
Let's
so.
pray.
Okay.
I think
Let's
so.
pray.
Okay. Okay. What happened with Brazil in 2006? I think they made it out of the group
They
stage because
made it
we
Yeah, they
out.
made
met
it
them.
out, but
They
they
made it
So
out.
yeah,
didn't. They
Yeah.
left really quick.
no, France beat them in the quarters, right? I
Uh-huh.
mean, that wasn't a bad run. And so I tipped the world champions to come out. I don't see anybody in this group posing a threat to France. I think
Uh-huh.
France makes maximum points in this group. They
Yeah.
beat
Yeah.
everybody
And
hands
I
down.
think
Yeah.
the second will be Tunisia.
I hope Tunisia
Uh-huh.
makes it. I
Yeah.
really hope Tunisia makes it, and then we get some African representation in the
Yeah.
knockout stage. Echo, I'm giving you probably the easiest group: Spain,
Oh,
Costa
That is not
Rica or
easy.
New Zealand, Germany, and Japan.
Me, I don't want trouble. I'll take Spain and Germany.
You take Spain and Germany.
Spain and Germany.
Okay, now
I
let me
don't
make
know.
it even more difficult. Who finishes on top of this group?
Spain.
Give me Germany.
Germany, yeah,
Germany?
Give me
Germany.
Okay.
Germany. Give me
Okay.
Germany.
Why
So
Germany?
Rudiger will be excited to hear this. So you put
Mm.
Rudiger's Germany on top of this group, and then you have Spain come in second. But Spain has been
That's
on
good.
a resurgence recently.
Yeah.
They've been playing some wonderful soccer. I watched their last game and they're looking like world champions. That's what I'm
Mhm.
thinking. I'm tipping
Spain?
Spain. Yes, Spain
Yeah.
is my
Yes, Spain
favorite
has
to
a
win this
new
Yeah.
set
tournament.
of young, young
Yep.
players.
Yep.
Pedri,
The
is it Pedri?
Pedris, the
The
Gavis,
the new players in Barca. Yes,
Mhm.
they are gonna do.
Ansu Fati.
Oh my god! Like I know they're gonna make it out of the group, but I don't
Spain
know
looks
Mhm.
promising.
how
So
they're
I'm
going to score
surprised you
Germany.
ever said
Mm.
Germany first.
I think Spain is one of my favorites to
Mhm.
win it all. Not to win this group, to win the World Cup.
To win it.
Oh,
Yes, to win it all.
Hey.
That's bold.
Spain is one of my favorites. To be honest, I think Spain has
Okay.
a decent chance to win it all.
To win it all.
Yes. I'm sticking my neck out for Spain. At the end of the day, I'm going to pick 2 or 3 other teams I think would win it all. But Spain is definitely one of my favorites. And I'll take you guys' favorites. But if yeah, well, let's dive into Group F. And this is going to be an Efia Wendy collaboration. And guys, remember, Prime is watching the show.
oh my god!
Belgium, Canada, Morocco, and Croatia. Who
Well,
do you think makes it out of this group?
I mean, Belgium, yes. The
Okay.
first team, Belgium is gonna make it.
Okay.
Canada, they are trying. I think
Hey.
this is their first appearance in World Cup in the past. Only God knows how long.
Okay.
So someone
Mhm.
said they're gonna make it count. I think they're gonna make it count,
Okay.
but I don't know how they're gonna make it count past Morocco.
Mhm.
So I'm flipping Belgium and Morocco. I don't know much about Croatia. I
Mhm.
don't think even if they were that good, they're gonna make it past Morocco.
Luka Modric,
Oh my God, Modric is
Modric is
Jovic.
now. Let me revise it.
Mhm. You know they were runners up in the last World Cup, right?
Yes, I just remembered Modric.
Okay.
You know,
And
no,
most of
Modric
that
is
team is
actually
coming
old.
back, right?
No, Modric is old, so I'll still go for Belgium and Morocco.
Yeah. They said the same thing when he was winning the Champions Leagues and everything. He's still the engine room of Real Madrid. When Madrid shows up, Madrid shows up. He's been showing up time and time and time, even at his old age.
That is when he's with Madrid. I don't know how he's gonna do
Yeah,
it
but he
They-
carried
they-
national team.
Croatia on his back to the
Croatia.
World Cup final, and they almost won the World Cup.
Yeah.
Let's see, but
And
I'm
that's
still
only
gonna tip Morocco because
Mhm.
African solidarity is gonna
Okay.
be there.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Belgium, Morocco. Unless you
Okay.
want me to take Belgium out and put Croatia there.
That's rather bold. That's rather bold.
Yeah.
Wendy, who do you think makes it?
I think I support. Like, I mean, I'm with Sophia on this.
Belgium, Morocco?
Because Morocco, yeah. Just I was just looking at it, and they have a promising team. I mean, and
Okay.
then in the past, I mean, they've made it to close to
Mhm.
like the finals, and I think they even won 2 African championships.
Okay.
So they could do it.
So nobody
Okay.
believes in Canada. Oh,
No, Canada,
Prime,
Canada,
Prime, and
they'll
Prime
try.
and Van Dyke are going to be very sad. But
That's all we need.
Michael thinks. Let's see. Black Arabian is saying, let's not forget that Canada just had their second World Cup qualifier in 36 years. They're
Can
going to
you
make it
imagine?
count.
Can you imagine?
Kwame is applauding, and Kwame is saying Germany makes it through.
Definitely.
For the
Yeah.
Spanish stars, he's mentioning Adama Traore. I don't know if he makes it though to the World Cup. Eric Frimpong thinks Germany won, Spain
Thank
2,
you.
the rest go back home.
thank you.
That's straightforward.
Kwame is saying Ghana is winning it all, and it's going to shock
Kwame,
y'all.
please.
And so, yeah, Kwame is saying Ghana is his favorites to win it all. And guys, if you're watching, please, in the comment section, now I want to know who you think wins it all. Tell me who you think wins this World Cup. You can select your favorites, like 3 favorites, but let me know in the comment section. Let me just know who you think you're tipping to take the crown in Qatar. Okay, so last group we're going to be diving in, then we dive into other very wonderful conversations. Echo, Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, and Cameroon. Who do you think makes it out?
One, I'll go for the 2, Brazil and Cameroon.
Brazil and Cameroon.
Yeah.
You think the Vincent Abubakars and the Chipo Mutings and they make it out of the group?
They'll make it up.
That's
They'll make it
wonderful.
up.
Wonderful.
They'll make it up.
Wonderful.
I know Switzerland has a good okay team, and Serbia
An
too,
okay
but like
team.
with my African brothers,
Okay.
yeah, Cameroon and
So-
Brazil,
Mhm.
they already had secured their place already. So
Okay. Yeah, I agree with you. I think Brazil has already made it to the next round. I think people were asking how we know they're going to be first. I think Brazil beat Serbia comfortably. It's going to be like a 4-0. I think they beat
Hey, Fozer,
4-0.
yes, very comfortably. Very comfortably. I think they beat Switzerland. I think it's like a 2-0. And
Mhm.
I think Cameroon, they go back to like 3 or 4-0. I don't see Brazil conceding a goal in the group stage. I could be very wrong, but I don't see Brazil conceding a goal. And so I think they go through with 9 maximum points, sit on top of the league, the table, and they hope Portugal doesn't play second, because Portugal, Brazil in the knockout stage is going to be a cracker. But I think Brazil makes it through easily. And I think that wraps up our discussion on here. But before we go, I'm going to go around the room. If you're tell
Could
me,
you-
who do you think wins it all?
Definitely, I'll be biased. I'll go with Argentina,
Okay.
obviously.
Mhm.
Yes, Spain look very promising,
Okay.
and I don't know what I don't know how who to take between
Mhm.
Brazil and France.
Okay.
Because
so,
my baby boy is in France, so I will
Okay.
try and push them
Maybe
in
boy,
there
you
too.
get points.
Efia is really trying to steal someone's crash. This is just wonderful. But okay, so let me get Efia's predictions, and guys, you heard it here first. Efia is tipping Argentina,
Spain,
Spain, France, or Brazil
yeah.
to win it all.
Win it all,
That's a good list. And Wendy, who makes your list? Who do you think wins it all?
Wait,
Okay.
Netherlands,
Okay. The Dutch team, yes, they can pull a
Spain.
surprise. Spain
Spain.
can.
and Brazil.
And Brazil. That's
Interesting.
wonderful. Netherlands, Spain, and Brazil. That is a wonderful list. I think there can be a winner in there. Echo, who do you think wins it all?
But to ask a question, nobody believes in Ghana. Like,
Eh,
Echo, who do you think wins it all? You just tell us.
Let's
Just
Ghana.
tell us
Ghana.
who you think wins it all. Echo, who do you think wins it all?
I think. Kojo, Please bring it back in. I think okay. I think Germany,
Okay.
Argentina, or France.
Germany, Argentina, or France is Echo's prediction. Germany, Argentina, or France.
Yeah.
These are wonderful predictions. Like I said, I tipped Spain to be one of the favorites to win it all.
Yeah.
I tipped Brazil to be one of the favorites to win it all. And this is where I'm going to surprise everyone. I think
Mexico.
Argentina has what it takes to finally make Messi a world champion.
Welcome to the
I
life.
think I am not a big Messi fan,
I know.
and I think the Argentines are well positioned now, especially if they win their group, avoid France in the round of 16, and squeaky bump past anyone in the quarterfinals. If Argentina is still standing in the final four, I think they win it all. I think Messi finally finds a magic touch and takes them over the top. But it looks like our predictions are not what people are interested in. Christine said it's these predictions that we need. And yes,
Oh my God.
D is coming back.
Morocco will be back next
Yes.
week.
Yeah. D is coming back, and her predictions
Hmm.
are going to come back to the show. Black Arabian thinks, I don't think the UAE can qualify, looking at the kind of football they play. Unfortunately, I've not seen any of the UAE games, so I don't know the kind of football they play. Duku is saying Canada is not trying. Please, they're good. Yes, please don't underestimate Canada.
We are sorry.
Dean said, I am excited for the Ghana versus Uruguay game.
Hmm.
Been waiting for the chance of a rematch for years. And I think a lot of Ghanaians share the same sentiment. I
I
think it's
can't
time
watch it.
to
I
make
can't watch it.
Suarez cry. It's time to make Suarez cry. Ghana, Germany, and Spain are Kwame's favorites to win it all.
Kwame.
Ghana,
Kwame
there's
says
hope for them.
Croatia don't really have a top name, but they've always been top opponents in the World Cup. Yes, in 96, definitely. Yes, Devosuka made things a lot difficult for everyone else. Christine, the UAE are beating Australia in football. Imagine. Oh, is the game going on now? I didn't know, Christine. If the game is going
No,
on,
first
please
of all, Black
give
Arabian
us some updates.
doesn't have any faith in UAE, and Christine doesn't have any faith in Australia either.
And they all live in those countries. That's
So I
rather
don't even
interesting.
know what's going on.
I didn't know. I don't know if the game is going on, but I just checked live score and I don't think I see it. But if it is going on, please give us some updates. Please give us some updates. Eric sent in his prediction. Winning it all, Argentina, England, and Germany. I don't know, but England might do very well. They might progress far into the competition, but I don't see them winning it.
It's not
I
coming
think
home
they
yet.
bottle it again.
It's
I
not
think the
coming home.
Sakas and whoever they send,
Why
I
are you
don't know.
hating
I
on
don't.
England? They could win, you know.
I don't think so. But hey, it could go home. It's coming
It's
home.
football.
It's coming
Oh,
home. Football's coming home, and then they lose.
it's
All right,
another
guys. Now that we've discussed the group stages and everything, I think it's time for the This is the part I'm excited about.
Yep.
How do we get to Qatar? How
Hmm.
do we get there? I know we've been planning, and
Yeah.
we're going to share the plan so that the people who have started thinking about it can get to Qatar. But I would start off with a little research I did, right? How to get from Ghana to Qatar, right? It's a very simple process. I think it's an online application. You get an e-visa, right? And it's a 10-step procedure. You need 10 basic documents. But before we get in there, have you guys been looking at ticket prices for the games? Because we
Yes.
need to sort out the tickets, right? What are the ticket prices looking like?
from where I am, from the
Mhm.
state to
Mhm.
Qatar is like,
No, not plane tickets,
No,
like
no plane ticket.
soccer tickets.
oh, I think it's
Yes.
actually cool. It's ranging between 150 to like 400 for VIP
Mhm.
for most of the for most of the matches.
Most of the games,
I think
yes.
it's
Yeah.
moderate. Cause
Yeah. I think the tickets are fairly decently priced, right?
Yeah.
I am looking at tickets for the Ghana versus Portugal game, and you can get tickets as low as like $186 to see a World Cup game that has Cristiano Ronaldo in it. If you're paying less than $200,
Please check
that's
the ticket
decent.
for Argentina for me.
If yeah,
Argentina's
why
team.
are you troubling us with
But
Argentina tickets?
why do
We
you think
know you're not
Argentina's
going to watch
price will
Argentina games,
different or a little
but
bit higher? I don't think it will be around
yeah, I think it
2.
will be around the same, right? At
Yeah.
least for the
Mm.
group stages. So I'm
Yeah.
checking Argentina and Poland since it's going to be so that is going to be in the stadium. And I love the name of the stadiums in for the World Cup. Argentina and Poland are playing in the stadium called 974. Stadium 974. Does it get simpler than this? Like, I mean, it's just a number, right? So
Like
you're
the
going to
Fallout
Stadium
bunker.
974 to watch Argentina and Poland. And I'm trying to get it's going to be on November 30th, Wednesday, November 30th, 2022. And I love the times of the games. It's going to be prime time for me. I'm sorry, but if you're in Ghana, it's going to be around 2 p.m. It's going to be around 5 p.m. It's going to be when you're at work. For me, it's
Mhm.
going to be at 10 p.m.
In the
Pretty wonderful. No, it's not going to be at 2 p.m. They're 5 hours ahead. So it's going to be like at dawn. Oh
Mm.
no,
Oh
it's
god, they're still gonna watch
yeah,
you
it's
anyway.
going to
They
be like
still
at
watch.
3 a.m. Oh
They
Could
still
you,
yeah.
watch.
could you one more thing? Check Argentina versus Mexico.
I am
The
not
ticket.
checking any other Argentina tickets for you. If you're oh wow, if you're Argentina and Belgium, the Argentina and Poland, this is wild. The cheapest ticket you're getting for that one is $458.
Why?
Wow.
That is the nosebleed
Is
tickets,
it
like the
because of
cheapest.
Lewandowski and Messi? They should think
I
about it
think it's because
again.
of Messi. I think it's because of Messi. And
Messi.
then the
Um,
sideline tickets are $956.
No,
This
Wow.
is massive.
that is.
Wow.
Ghana, Portugal is ranging from $180 to 430, and the the Argentine Poland game is starting at 450. Guys, so this is the tip. If you're thinking of going to the World Cup, if you're considering going to Qatar to watch these games, this is the time to get your tickets because
Yeah.
ticket prices are only going to get higher. So please start
But
looking into the tickets now.
I actually watched. I looked at something and I feel like the first phase of it is closed. It's already
Okay.
sold. So the
Oh my
second
goodness.
round is
Please,
going to
this is what you want to do.
be
You want to
sold.
buy your tickets early. If you truly want to go to Qatar and see Efia Yeboah and Echo and Wendy
see
record the
me,
Kasa podcast at the stadium,
see
please,
me.
please
Go
buy
and
your
see
tickets
Messi.
early.
Yeah, you can start buying on
Yeah,
Tuesday.
start thinking of buying your tickets. Yeah, if they open back up on Tuesday, please get a ticket because what's going to happen is people are going to buy as many of the tickets as possible
That
and then
they
start scalping, right?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
so I know if you had gone in when the tickets came out for the Argentina Poland game, you could have had a ticket for like 200,
Yep.
right? But now
Yeah.
the cheapest you're getting is 400 because
100,
people are buying them out. And please get your ticket. If you can work with a travel agent or a supporters union or a supporters group, start making arrangements. This is the time. You don't wait till like November, not November. November will be too late, but you don't wait till like October or August to start making plans. Please start looking at the tickets now. The prices are pretty moderate, especially if you're going to see the Ghana games. $186 to $400. That's pretty decent. Get your ticket before you start everything. I think PY just came into the house and he's saying he joined with a different account. So yeah, PY, welcome to the show. I know PY was also talking about going to Qatar, and
Hey, you people should take me along. Eh?
I'm actually seeing PY sometime this week. And so,
Okay.
so Ethel is putting out an idea. I know Efia Boy is planning a package for the Kasa podcast listeners.
What did you say?
Ethel is asking us to run a promo for the people who are on the show to be able to go and watch. If
Wow.
Yaya Boy is putting something together, she tweeted about it this morning, and we're going to keep working with Ifia to get some of the kings sorted out. But yes, how much are we getting for the promo? I'm not getting any. I'm not getting any money. I just really want my friends to be able, that tribe. I want the tribe who are watching the show to be able to make it to Qatar. It will be fun to just jump in, have fun, record the podcast while Ghana is playing, and then have all the fun. If you're a boy, people are asking that you give them half price tickets. I think she can
half price ticket.
I think if I can get you a box.
Efo is in Ghana. If he promised and get his visa and his flight tickets, yes, he's gonna get half price of his tickets.
Okay, so there you go. If is saying FL, this is just for you. If you manage to get your visa and you get your plane ticket, she's going to pay for half your game tickets. And I'm going to get into how people in Ghana who are thinking about doing this can do it. I did some inquiry. I went to the Qatar embassy website and saw how to the process for someone in Ghana to get through to Qatar to watch the games. And they say it's an e-visa. You need to apply for it online. Let me put this right here so I can just read it for you guys. The first thing is the COVID-19 restriction. So if you're planning to go get the World Cup, go watch the World Cup, you should start thinking of getting vaccinated, right? Because they have all these guidelines and they have all these restrictions. So if you do not have the COVID shot yet and you're thinking of going, right, it's something you should consider. And the e-visas only guarantee you short stays, right? It should be a maximum of 30 days. And if you're going to watch the World Cup, I don't think you need more than 30 days, right? The first step for a Ghanaian citizen is to apply for the Qatari visa online. You fill out the application, and after filling up the application, you provide the required documents, make the payments necessary, and submit these documents. Step 4, once the e-visa has been approved for Qatar, the e-visa is sent to the applicant's email. So you get your visa in your email, you print it out, and you go to Qatar with it. After you get the visa, you travel to Qatar and your length of duration. So you get your visa stamp on arrival. So these are the 10 documents you would need. And guys, please take note. Get these together. If you can have a pen and a paper, you can start writing them down and you can start looking at the ones you already have. So the 10 documents you need, one is the online visa form. Very important. You can't apply for the visa without the online visa form. And there's a quick link I can put in the description below where you can just hit that link and just go straight to the online form. You need a passport photo that's not older than 6 months, right? So wait till it's almost November and you can get a passport photo while you're applying for your visa.
That they say, how would they know the picture is older than 6 months? If I took it 1 year, I still look the same.
I beg, that is the requirement. I don't make the rules here. I don't know how the embassy is going to know that. Number 3, you need your health documents, right? Your health documents. A negative COVID-19 PCR test is required for all international travelers coming to Qatar. A negative PCR test must be issued within 72 hours before departure. And this is like farther along, but you definitely need your health documents to submit for your online application. Your vaccination document. COVID-19 vaccination proof for travelers coming to Qatar is required in the application. These are the documents you need, the 10 documents you need, a COVID-19 vaccination document. The last dose of the vaccine must be taken at least 14 days before departure. And so you don't want to wait till the very last end to get vaccinated if you want to go to the games. You need a copy of your passport, right? It has to be a clear scan of your Ghana passport, the passport of Ghana with a signature page, right? And then provide a few pages in your document showing some personal details, passport issue, the expiry dates. And if you have some visas that are valid, you can definitely scan that along. That do not expire in like 6 months. So if you have visas in your passport, it will be good to scan them along. The 6th document you need are accommodation bookings. And that's why if your boy is working for the Kasa podcast accommodations, right? You need that to fill out your application forms, right? And so you need to make hotel reservations. You need to start looking into hotels.
Hotels I hope it'll be booking now.
And it is going to be best, like everyone is saying, to start looking into hotels now. You don't want to wait because prices are only going to go up. Yeah. So please, if you're going to make your hotel reservations,
but then you have to book it now.
Yep. And you would need that for your application. And also 7, you need your travel booking. And this one, you don't actually need the actual ticket, but you have to book a flight, right? Okay. So you have to make travel bookings, a round trip reservation for Qatar, right? I recommend you go to Qatar Airlines. I'm sure they're going to have pretty manageable tickets.
Yeah, they're going to have some packages.
And they're going to have walk-up packages. So you have to. You see, FIA is doing the work. FIA is really putting in the work, right? FIA is really putting in the work. And so, yes, you need to get your airline tickets, at least make your reservations. Now, these are the documents that are going to be tricky for a lot of people. Number 8, you need your income tax returns. Income tax returns of the applicant in Ghana. These are your tax papers that show your annual gross income of more than $8,000. And so you need a
Because I
tax.
think okay. I don't know.
No. Listen. If
8,000.
you're thinking of going to the World Cup, if you're thinking of making plans to go see the games, you need a tax document that demonstrates that you've been earning some money, you are financially stable. They're not asking for bank statements, right? And so start thinking of how you're going to file your taxes and get your tax documents.
Because
And
just so imagine somebody like me in Ghana.
Mhm.
I mean, when I was in
Uh-huh.
Ghana, I wasn't doing anything like
Uh-huh.
work in national service. How am I gonna get tax documents?
8,000.
I fear
8,000.
I don't make the rules.
$8,000 city.
Hmm.
8,000. How much is
Guys,
a dollar to a city now?
Wendy, let me finish this and then we can get into those other documents. So that's number 9. You need your tax document. Number 8. Number 9, you need travel evidence, a proof that you could
Mhm.
or you have traveled to certain countries, and evidence of these travel in the last 5 years would be helpful. It's not that it's required.
Oh,
It would be helpful. And so they're looking for countries. If you've traveled to countries like Qatar, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, Schengen countries, the US or the UK, you have to prove these things. So show those visa entry and exit stamps. If you have them in your passport, it helps.
yeah.
It's not going to guarantee or secure your visa, but it really helps. Travel experience is something that would help. So number 9, you need travel evidence, and number 10, you need an invitation letter. But because you're going to be watching, yes, you need an invitation letter. For most embassies, they require someone who is sponsoring you or someone you're going to. They need proof that someone in Qatar, and I'll read the requirement: a letter from your relative or friend or a company inviting you to visit, and their relationship to you. This letter could state the purpose of your visit, the length of stay, if you'll be staying with them. If the person will be paying for your stay, provide proof of their funds. If you're staying with a Qatari resident, family, or friend, an invitation letter for the resident along with his or her Qatari resident visa copy is required. A Qatari ID, a passport bio page, or if it's a friend or relative and the person is a Qatari national, the national ID card is required. I know there are going to be exemptions for people going to see the World Cup. You wouldn't have to provide some of these things, but that's where your World Cup ticket becomes like your invitation letter. But I don't think it's unusual. If you want to travel to countries like the US, the UK, normally you need a sponsorship letter or an invitation letter. It's very required. I know those of you.
If you want to go on tour, you need someone to invite you. I see.
Those are
accommodations and everything.
yes, those are special cases. Like if you're going for this vacation or something, there are special exemptions, but it's not unusual for embassies. I know the US embassy, especially if those who are doing the work and travel, the summer holidays, everybody needed an invitation letter. So it's not so unusual. But get these 10 documents. At least if you're thinking of getting to the World Cup, get these 10 documents together and you can definitely start applying and getting there. Because if your boy is going to be there, Echo is going to be there, Wendy's going to be there, and I'm going to make sure I force them to be there. I'll be watching on TV. But if there is going to be,
I would have loved. The thing is, I would have loved to go, right? But then that period is like exams period.
Yeah,
and I'll be preparing to graduate and all that. I can't put those two things together. I can't go.
But guys, if you're thinking of going,
if a miracle, like if there's a miracle, something, you're gonna see me there.
Yeah. If you're thinking of going, please, these are the documents you need. I just spelled them out. 10 lovely documents. Fill out your visa application. Hopefully, everybody watching the show who is interested gets tickets and get their visa and meets Efia Yeboah there. Enoch is saying if the Kasa podcast is willing to do a daily podcast during the World Cup, that'll be a nice package from the tribe. It's definitely something
as well.
No, it's definitely something we can consider. We can do a daily short podcast during the World Cup just to discuss the games, discuss what's happening.
At Qatar or wherever.
Yeah, I think wherever we would be, we can plan. We still have a couple of months. We have a couple of months, at least 8 months to plan. So we will plan something. And then you're definitely going to be on the show being our correspondent, especially if you're going to be watching the game with your friends. You can be a correspondent on the show. PY is saying it no be easy. It's true, it no be easy. The requirements are interesting. Yes, Christine, they require a round trip ticket. They don't want you to come to Qatar and not return. I know everybody is eyeing the next World Cup, the one after Qatar, the 2026 World Cup. That's going to be
I need
US, Mexico, and
everybody
Canada.
here.
I know a lot of
Everyone.
people are going to be.
Everyone. The whole
Yeah.
tribe.
Bilson had his mind blown by the requirements. Yes, it's true. It's pretty high. Bilson has decided to watch it on TV. Yes, Dr. Bilson, yeah, you might have to end up watching it on TV. A round trip from Ghana is what, a few bands? Well, so the round trip ticket we looked at was about 5,000 CDs, right? It was about
Which is pretty
4,800,
cool.
which is
Yeah.
fine, right?
Yeah.
Christine says the last parts are pretty funny. They need you to show travel experience. You have to give me the visa to get the travel experience, right? Almost every embassy requires travel experience, but you have to give me the visa first so I can get some travel experience, right?
You can go to Togo and
It's
come
one
back.
of those catch-22 requirements of the visa process.
Cool.
GTV will show it for free. You'd have to pay your TV license. Oh, streets okay. Oh, I think I had no iPhone, no entry for the World Cup. PY. I don't think that is. I don't think that is true. Tom Riddle. Yes, Tom is on here. If yeah, nobody is getting a miracle. So
you guys don't believe in miracles? Shit. Like
Enoch is saying you should just stay home and watch it, right? And yes, we're wrapping up our conversation today. We've been discussing the World Cup draw. We discussed how Ghana made it past the Super Eagles. I don't know why Eagles thought they could fly over stars, because it never happened. Eagles, as far as they can fly, they can never fly over stars, and we demonstrated it. The Black Stars made it past Nigeria. We celebrated. Omo Niger know they carry last, but
I think
Niger
it's
don't carry
that
last.
we have to also tell them about like Islamic country, and a lot of things aren't allowed. So I don't know if you just.
I
have
think
to
there will be restrictions for the World Cup, and I know a lot of host countries do make a lot of things. I mean, it's a special season, and the World Cup is a World Cup, right? It's for everybody. So things are like very but you have to look into all these restrictions they would have, right? Look into the restrictions if there are any, but I don't think there are any, especially for World Cup years. And so do your research. And I hope we get to travel and go see the World Cup. I'm really excited. We've made our predictions. I know Tom Riddle was a little late. Tom is asking, Kwejo, please, will there be any predict and win? During the World Cup time, right? When the World Cup season starts, when the games actually kick off, D is going to be here predicted. And if you have any prediction contrary to D's, you can bet with D. I think she's racking up the cash. D has not been on the show because she's been busily racking up the cash to come and bet. So, Tom Riddle, if you think you can predict better than D, you can definitely hop on and challenge D to a predict and win contest. But yeah, we're going to be giving out prizes and a few things on the show during the World Cup. We're going to try and see if we can do a daily short brief, not going to be an hour long, like some 10-15 minutes discussion of the games. Efia is going to be our reporter and our correspondent in Doha, Qatar, and we're going to send her there.
Interesting. You guys should put your money together, book a round trip for me. Let me go out. Be glad to do the job.
Exactly. And I've heard the World Cup song is a good one. I know the video is on there.
Yeah, the video is on there.
I hear it's a good one. If you haven't checked it out, I'm going to check it out after this one. And somewhere PY is letting me know that the video performed in Ghana's name. Yes. PY was late to the show, and now he's sending his predictions in. Ghana is going to draw 2 games and win 1. I hope we win against Uruguay and we draw the other 2. That would be good. What about a watch party? Yes, we'll be doing a watch party on PY
do that.
Radio.
We can do a watch party. Yeah.
A watch party is always going to be on PY Radio. If you haven't done that yet, get on Twitter, sign up, follow PY, and join PY Radio. It's a wonderful family. Most of the people on here are on PY Radio. The Kasa tribe is on PY Radio. Like Kasa and PY Radio is just this wonderful match. We're going to move right from here onto PY Radio, continuing the conversation around the World Cup, around securing visas and game tickets and getting to the World Cup. But it's been the Kasa podcast. We've been traveling today. We've been trying to travel through all the groups to Doha. We went through all the groups. We went through all the people we tipped to qualify. We even picked who we think is going to win the entire show and the entire tournament. And now we're ending our entire show. And so it's been wonderful. We really appreciate you joining us. You're always a lovely bunch. We come on here and Bill said, PY, Kwame, Enoch, and our wonderful listeners always tune in. Today I didn't see Song. I'm calling him out. Song, I did not see you. I did not see Ifya Kante. Ifya Kante, Prime was here earlier. Ifya Kante didn't stop by while Ifya Yabua tried to steal her crack. But I'll leave that for them to sort out. But yeah, we're wrapping up now. Enoch, we really appreciate you. And yes, if it's not Kasa and PY Radio, please forget it. Like, this is where you meet the clan. Yeah, boy is always co-hosting on the show on PY Radio. She's always muting people. She's always bringing some fire to the stage. Wendy is always there. So yeah, we're wrapping up our show today. It's been our travel and see episode. We're trying to get to Qatar to see the World Cup. So guys, from us here at the tribe, it's
bye.
bye.